So, you remember that random antique store down the street that we always speculate about? The one we even dared to venture into last Halloween after one too many pumpkin spice lattes and all those spooky stories? Well, I went there today, and guess what I got? An ancient Baroque guitar. Now, hold that giggle. It's not as crazy as it sounds. I had this one guitar lick that I've been stuck on for a few days. You know the one I'm rambling about every other day. It's been taunting me like a pesky little earworm, and today, it all clicked. The lick is very remnant of Baroque music, and I thought why not dive deeper into its roots. Voila, that's how I ended up with this amazing, awe-inspiringly ancient guitar. To be honest, it feels like holding a piece of art history, a time machine that reverberates with hints of bygone eras every time I stroke a string. On my whim, I shared it in our group chat and got quite the response. Max, in his typical style, was surprised I was diving this deep. But you know me, I love tracing the echoes of history in our current passions. Pierre was really supportive. I knew he'd appreciate it. After all, he's our music sensei, right? We even started daydreaming about time travel destinations. I chose Art Nouveau Paris. Can you imagine walking around the Montmartre, guitar on my back, harmonizing with the brushstrokes of the Belle Epoque masters? Now that's my kind of dream day. You'll laugh about this. Pierre suddenly started craving root beer out of nowhere. That man's palate is as random as the chords he plays. Also, a weak attempt to engage in a hangout. Well, can't blame him. Our gang's hangouts do turn out to be rather fun. Always spontaneous and lovingly casual. We're really a hodgepodge of eclectic tastes, just like toppings on a pizza. Speaking of, Max has reserved tonight for a battle between coding and pizza. Let's see who wins. Oh, the best part was that, in a twist of events, we ended up planning for a Baroque evening of sorts. Root beer, pizza, and some Baroque guitar for ambiance. Now that's an indie movie plot right there. Keeping a slice of pizza for Haye Jin, though. She has an early training session tomorrow. I hope they aren't too strict. Now I'm here, holding my new old guitar, ready to serenade the evening with some Baroque tunes. I'll tell you how it goes. Picked up from where I left yesterday with my new old guitar, today was all about blends. Blending music, blending cultures, blending dreams and realities. You remember Max, right? He threw an idea in our chat today that got me bubbling with excitement. He's thinking about an AI that creates music. Out of the blue, right? But it's fascinating and got me thinking. My mind started waltzing around my newfound guitar and my aspirations in K-pop. What if we could have a Baroque-inspired K-pop track? Walker on a trodden path of contemporary opera, now trotting on a more classic route towards Baroque echoes. The image made my fingers itch for the guitar, ready to hammer out a new tune. Just the vibe it put me in was so noteworthy. It was like a chef smelling the combined aroma of her freshly baked macarons and the lip-smacking bulgogi wafting from the kitchen. I've always grown up tasting the two cultures right in my meals, so why not add them in my music too? The idea sped up my heartbeat, like an enthusiastic drummer performing a riveting drum roll, the perfect finale to my daydream. We've got delightful support in our chat box, which pumped up my spirits to the 9th cloud. A gentle cushion of praise from Pierre and an enthusiastic nod from Haye Jin, it truly was the anthem of support I needed. We shared a few giggles about our cravings, mine for mouth-watering macarons and Pierre's sudden craving for pastries from Lion. Gave me a sweet, nostalgic wave of homely comfort. You know how I always love a flaky, buttery croissant from back home? Max seemed to enjoy teasing us, casually dropping that his AI has started making notable harmonics. His enthusiasm caught me like a contagious drumbeat, and I found myself pacing with his optimism all day. Our projects seemed to twirl together in an uncanny rhythmic dance, my Baroque-infused K-pop dreams, and his music-blaring AI. The day unwound with radiant hopes, sparking like the setting sun against the evening sky. It brought my dream closer, within the bounds of reality, somewhere between my old-new fretboard and my ambitious heartbeats. The melodies playing in my head were getting more intense and colorful, a fine blend of Baroque and K-pop. Has a ring to it, doesn't it? Sounds like a dream, a sweet one, and I surely can't wait to cook up this delicious tune. Just as I was beginning to master the ancient, eccentric chords of Baroque on my new old guitar, something incredible happened. You know Penelope? Yeah, the foreign artist with the whimsical style who's been stirring up the indie scene lately. We actually had quite a fruitful conversation. She and I had such an interesting chat about fusion music concepts, and I was absolutely over the moon. You know how ecstatic I get at the possibilities of blending different influences. As the palette of a painter is filled with different colors, such is the panorama of sounds and tunes to a musician. Max made a joke in our chat today, comparing music genres to pizza toppings. Now, if you think about it, isn't it a vibrant concoction of flavors in our little eclectic mix? We started sketching out ideas and concepts for this inside our mind palace. Imagine a K-pop-Baroque crossover. It's like a duet between the grandeur of a historical palace and the pulsing neon lights of a modern city. It seems like we're on the brink of creating our very own globally inspired symphony. I find these diverse music influences just like the different spices we use in cooking. They all come together to create something uniquely tasty and delectable. Max even proposed to program his AI to compose for that. Can you believe our project just got a futuristic twist? Now, with the excitement of delving into the depths of fusion music, I feel like I've opened a Pandora's box of endless musical possibilities. It's like creating our own universe, where sounds from different eras and cultures blend together to form beautiful harmonies. Of course, Pierre was all in for this grand music expedition. After all, doesn't he always knows where to catch the rhythm, even when it's as peculiar as the rhythm of a French-Korean fusion fantasy? Hyejin, though she was amused, was totally on board with the idea. Then we had a moment of awe when Max casually suggested that his AI could create a fusion-themed track next. It seemed just yesterday when artificial intelligence was only a concept for sci-fi movies, but Max is bringing it all to reality. It's phenomenal indeed, how technology is stretching its boundaries. But our little brainstorming session wasn't just about business. Of course, we got sidetracked, mixing our musical brainstorming with bantering about lion pastries and our AI's next masterpiece. Now I really need to wrap this all up. After all, my magical Baroque guitar lies in wait, its strings eager to sing the first notes of this exciting fusion journey. It's going to be an amazing ride, bringing together the old and the new, the traditional and the contemporary, the East and the West. So, here's to new beginnings and promising opportunities. Catch you later.